The NBA trade deadline has come and gone, but not every team came out a winner. In fact, some franchises made moves that will likely cost them dearly down the road. From questionable trades to missed opportunities, there were plenty of losers at this year's deadline. So here are 10 teams who lost big. When the Nets traded Kyrie Irving to the Mavericks, they gave up on their championship aspirations this season. They also took on a bunch of bad contracts in the process. In return, Brooklyn received a package that included a 2029 first-round pick and 2 second-round picks. But they also took on the contracts of Dorian Finney-Smith and Spencer Dinwiddie. Those two players combined to make over $28 million this season. And frankly, the Nets didn't get much in return for those contracts, so they took on bad money for bad picks. That doesn't seem like a smart move when you consider the fact that they already have a ton of young talent on rookie contracts. The Spurs did the exact same thing by taking on the contract of veteran guard Mike Conley. San Antonio also gave up a 2029 first-round pick and a 2024 second-round pick. But the only thing they got back was a 2028 second-round pick from the Timberwolves. Not only that, but they also gave up a 2023 first-round pick. It seems like the Spurs gave up way too much for a 35-year-old guard who is set to make $14.3 million next season. Some teams failed to address their biggest need at the deadline. The Jazz, for example, have struggled mightily on defense all season, so it was surprising to see them trade away their best defender at the deadline. Jordan Clarkson is a plus defender who makes $2 million next season. He's a restricted free agent after that, but the Jazz apparently didn't value him all that much, as they sent him to the Suns for a package that included a 2024 second-round pick and cash considerations. The Trailblazers also failed to improve their defense, despite having multiple opportunities to do so. Instead, they traded away their 2024 first-round pick for a rental player in veteran forward Matisse Thybulle. On top of that, they also gave up a 2023 second-round pick just to get Thybulle. Considering the fact that he'll be a restricted free agent this summer, it seems like Portland gave up a lot for a player who might not even stick around. On the flip side, some teams gave up too much of their future for rentals. The Lakers, for example, sent out 3 future second-round picks just to acquire guard Ramon Sessions. Even though he's a solid role player, he's not worth giving up that much of your future for. Another team that gave up too much for a rental player was the Clippers. They sent out 2 future second-round picks to the Nets just to acquire Bones Highland. It's a questionable move, considering the fact that he'll be a restricted free agent this summer. Plus, the Clippers could have simply waited until free agency to sign him. Then we have star players who didn't get enough help. Luka Doncic was understandably frustrated with the Mavericks front office after the deadline. Despite being one of the best players in the league, Doncic has a lot of holes on his team. The Mavs gave up a lot of future draft capital to acquire Kyrie Irving, so it's hard to imagine them making any other moves this season. And that means Doncic will have to carry a heavy offensive load once again. There were also missed opportunities. While the Lakers and Clippers failed to improve, their rivals, the Suns and Nuggets, got better. Phoenix acquired a solid defender in the previously mentioned Jazz trade. Meanwhile, Denver acquired a reliable scorer off the bench in Bones Highland. Some teams made questionable trades that will hurt them moving forward. The Wizards traded away Kristaps Porzingis to the Celtics, but they didn't get much in return. They're now getting a package that includes a 2023 first-round pick, a 2024 first-round pick, and a 2025 second-round pick. But when you consider the fact that Porzingis is only 28 years old, that's a questionable return. Washington also took on the contract of veteran guard Patrick Beverley, so they essentially traded one bad contract for another. The Hawks are in a similar situation. They traded away Bogdan Bogdanovic and Saddiq Bey to the Pistons in exchange for a 2024 first-round pick and a 2025 second-round pick. Atlanta also took on the contract of veteran guard Patrick Beverley, so they're re-getting a nice haul for a player who will likely opt into his player option this summer. But when you consider the fact that Bogdanovic and Bey are both in their prime, that's a questionable return. Not all trades are good trades. In fact, some of them are downright disastrous. And that's what happened with the Raptors and the 76ers. Toronto sent OG Anunoby to Philly for a package that included a 2024 first-round pick, a 2025 first-round pick, and James Harden. Toronto also took on the contract of veteran forward J.R. Smith. so they essentially traded a young all-star for an aging role player and a bunch of future picks. So there you have it. These are 10 teams that lost at the trade deadline. Let us know what you think. Which team do you think lost the most? Also check out more content. We have videos on some of the biggest winners at the trade deadline as well. Thanks for watching.